So I'm sorry I had a little syntax error with it. So let me show you what I did to fix it. Okay. So make sure you have this in a quote for me. Uh, this person. Sorry, didn't mean to move that. This person name colon space, and I put it in a single apostrophe quote. Concatenate that with a plus, and name is this variable right here. Is this is in Linda is going to go here with it. Concatenate that with another string with the space in between it, and then a plus to put in the variable called score. And this score is going to go 100. Go here, concatenate that with a period. So if you did that, and I went up here to the variable to our command line over here, and I'm just going to bump it to the right, come over here, and I'm just hit what we just an up arrow key node JS node variable JS, and this is what you're supposed to get, all right, with it. So just to let you know that how variables can be stored in and how things can be pulled back out with it. So yeah, just to make sure that you understand how variable work with it, I'm going to practice to have some more with it. Um, let's say we come up with something else with it. Let's say you had score, and let's do something like bonus. Uh, let bonus equal to, let's say, 20 right now with it. Right. So if I did something like this, I'm going to do the same thing here. Is I'm going to do console.log, and then I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to do score plus bonus. Now you notice, just to point out, that these are not in your apostrophe with it. So if I did this, now I'm going to do Control S, saves it, make sure that little circle goes away with it, and then I'm going to go do the same thing, pull up that, hit up arrow key, repeats that little command I just ran, and you notice it says, of course, Linda score 100, and then it has a bonus of 120 here. Now, there's a difference if you did this versus if you did something like this. Let me show you this. What if I took this, took the same thing, and I came in and let me do the apostrophe in between and concatenate these like I did. What have I done? Instead of instead of the variable called score, which is not in apostrophe, now have I done this? Control S, bring this down, and I'm going to hit the up arrow key, compile it to see what it looks like. You basically concatenate the string call score. Okay, so that's why I really want to point it out is what's the difference between what is in apostrophe and what is a variable that's being added here. So two different objects that we're talking about here. This could go like this, same thing. Even if I put in something like a data point, like some sort of, let's say if I took out this variable I did in here with it, this literal in here, let's say I did 100, and then what if I did a number in here like 20? All right, just not to confuse anybody with it. Control S, and I'm going to run this one more time with it. You're going to see that here is that 120 where it was added, the 100 add the 120. Here's where this literal, the string, score, concatenate that with bonus. This is whether it's a number I put in here in apostrophe, it's going to treat it like a string with it. So it just combines that together, concatenate with it. So the more of the story is you got to be careful how you add up the scores in this right now. So one way is to add up the score here. Another way that I can do is, let's say I did total score. Let total score equal to score plus bonus. Okay, so remember, I'm using here as a new way how you can name variables. It's called Camel naming style with it. You notice how Camel has humps on there with it, so you can give it a name and uppercase the second word. What you don't want to do is to put a space in a variable or any special characters. All alpha, text A through Z, numeric. After it, if you need to use a special character, underscore is probably you could use with it. So that's just a rule of thumb with it as well. So if I did something like this, and if I can do the same thing as console.log, and I put in the variable called total score, all right, you come to the right of that, hit enter, Control S saves it, and take a look at this. So same thing as what I've been running. Well, some errors I found here. So what seems to be the trouble here? Well, some errors. Score. I misspelled the word score. Look at that. This part right here, I misspelled that by accident. I rushed through it, and it's supposed to be score with as well. Of course, if I misspell that, that can't pull the score. Control S saves it, and I would actually do that again, and I would get the total is 120. So this will kind of give you a flavor on how all these variables are all coming together with it as well. There's another part I need to talk to you about, what's called constants. So we're going to talk about constants right here. So let me just draw across here. We're going to talk about constants. Now, constants are a different beast that you're going to talk about. So it's a different category. Constants are numbers that we, as we learn in algebra and math, it doesn't change. Pi, Avogadro's number. These are things that always remain the same yesterday, today, and the future with it. So there's nothing you could, but how you declare constants is very important with it as well. So there's certain data that you will need to use a constants with it. For anything like if you want, I mean, constants are also good, and you got to be careful in how you store constants with it as well, just to make sure you store constants properly with it with it. So let me talk to you about a couple of things that we when we do constants with it as well. So you cannot redeclare a constant. You can redeclare a variable. You got to be very careful on how you declare that with it. So before we departure constants with it, let me come down here and make some notes here for you. I really want you to make a note on this thing, is that an apostrophe, if you use an apostrophe like this is to make it a string, right? So if you don't want to make it a string, you just you type in the whole number in there with it. So without an apostrophe, what does this mean? This is the number, okay? It's the actual value takes place with it. When you start to store things in here with it, when you start to store things into your system that you want to declare and do a let with it, just to let you know. Excuse me, let me pause for a second.